Witness for the prosecution.
Hello again, my friends. Thanks for joining me for another video. And if this is your first time here, a very warm welcome. I'm Lucy, your narrator. Before we get started, please kindly take a moment right now and click that subscribe button and notification bell so you can be notified of every time I upload a new video.
The most electrifying entertainment of our time. The stunning climax to a half-century of motion picture suspense.
And also please watch this video to the end to see the preview trailer and some behind-the-scenes photos.
The setting is London.
And also please check out my other videos in my playlist right here on my channel.
The story, Two People in Love.
And if you enjoy my work and would like to show your appreciation in the form of a donation, please kindly consider any amount on my Patreon page. You'll find the link down below. Thanks in advance.
A murder and a trial.
And if you haven't seen this movie, please know there will be some spoilers in this video.
Climaxed by the 10 most breath-stopping minutes you've ever lived.
And now for our feature presentation. Witness for the Prosecution is a crime, drama, mystery, and thriller movie. It was released in the USA in 1957 and it stars Marlene Dietrich, Tyrone Power, and Charles Laughton. And some of their co-stars were Elsa Lanchester, John Williams, and others. And it was directed by Billy Wilder and it was nominated for 6 Oscars. The movie is about a veteran British barrister must defend his client in a murder trial that has surprise after surprise. And now for some behind-the-scenes trivia and tidbits. The press book reviews and various articles about the production stated that the principal cast members themselves did not even know the ending of the film until the last day of shooting, when the final 10 pages of the script were presented to them. And Harry Kernitz never worked with Billy Wilder again after this film, and explained why in 1964, saying the typical Wilder collaborators have a hunted look, shuffle nervously, and have been known to break into tears if a door slams anywhere in the same building. Wilder is a fiend at work. And Harry Kernitz found Billy Wilder an exhausting collaborator. He once described the director at work as actually 2 people, Mr. Hyde and Mr. Hyde. And according to Billy Wilder, Charles Laughton had a crush on Tyrone Power. And in her autobiography, The Lonely Life, Betty Davis said that Agatha Christie based the character of Sir Wilfrid Roberts on the real-life attorney who represented Warner Brothers in her unsuccessful attempt to break her contract with them in England in 1936. And William Holden was the first choice for Leonard, but he was unavailable. Billy Wilder and the producer Arthur Hornblow Jr. then went to Tyrone Power, who turned down the part. Other actors considered for the role included Gene Kelly, Kirk Douglas, Glenn Ford, Jack Lemmon, and even Roger Moore. Eventually, Power accepted the role when he was offered both Witness for the Prosecution in 1957 and Solomon and Sheba in 1959 for $300,000 each. Before he could complete Solomon, however, Power had a fatal heart attack and was replaced by Yul Brynner. Ava Gardner and Rita Hayworth also were considered for the role of Christine Helm. And Elsa Lanchester used to delight in broadcasting Marlene Dietrich's secrets. Although Dietrich was never secretive about her famous tape lifts, Lanchester detailed their use to anyone who would listen. One of the most avid listeners was Charles Laughton, who urged a makeup man to steal one so he could try it. The lifts were stuck to the side of Dietrich's head where she wanted skin to be lifted. Then the long threads hanging from them were woven into the hair at the back of her head, forcing the tabs to pull the skin very tight. A wig then covered the network of tabs and threads. Lanchester joked that Dietrich wouldn't dare to pull or twist her face for fear of loosening a lift. In the film, one can see how Dietrich rarely breaks the cold passiveness of her expression and moves her whole body rather than her head. And according to Elsa Lanchester, Charles Laughton taught Marlene Dietrich how to speak Cockney for the scene where she impersonates a disfigured Cockney woman. She also spent a great time at their house trying on scarves, shawls, and various wigs. And Charles Laughton, who could be moody and difficult, was apparently a dream to work with, throwing himself into the role with dedication and delight. Billy Wilder later recalled a day that was set aside just for shooting reaction shots of the jury and courtroom crowd, composed of extras hired only for the day. Normally, the assistant director would read the actor's lines, and the actress would react. However, Laughton, who was fascinated with the whole process of filmmaking, begged to help. So he came in on this day off and read all of the off-camera speeches for the jury members. He not only read his part, but also the judges, the prosecutors, and even Marlene Dietrich's. According to biographer Maurice Soloteau, in his book Billy Wilder in Hollywood, it was an exhibition of craftsmanship such as Wilder had never seen. He believes that Charles Laughton had the greatest technical range and power of any actor, man or woman, whom he has known. And the plot deals with Charles Laughton's character recovering from a severe heart attack while defending Tyrone Power's character. In reality, this would be Power's last complete film, as I mentioned previously. He would die of a heart attack while on the set of his next film, Solomon and Sheba, 1955, less than 1 year after the release of this one. And I'm sure if he could convincingly play a man with a heart condition, Charles Laughton staged a heart attack in the pool one day at home. His wife, Elsa Lanchester, and a house guest panicked and pulled him from the water, at which point he explained his trick. Lanchester's reaction has not been recorded. And Charles Laughton modeled his characterization of Sir Wilfrid Robarts, including the use of a monocle to intimidate Leonard, on Florence Guedella, an Englishman who was both Laughton's and Marlene Dietrich's lawyer, and who was famous for twirling his monocle while cross-examining witnesses. And Marlene Dietrich had undergone plastic surgery and wore heavy makeup and a wig for this film. And Marlene Dietrich's original Cockney costume was rejected because it made her look too much like a man. Her appearance was softened somewhat, but still far enough removed from Dietrich that audiences failed to recognize her on screen. And Orson Welles helped Marlene Dietrich create a fake nose and a scar for her Cockney disguise. And Marlene Dietrich's characterization of a woman desperately in love was also enhanced by her real-life crush on Tyrone Power during shooting. According to his biographer, the actor was embarrassed by her advances. And Marlene Dietrich was so certain she would be nominated for an Academy Award for her performance as Christine Vole that she recorded a new introduction to her Las Vegas show mentioning her nomination. She was crushed when she was not nominated. And the courtroom setting, which cost $75,000 to build, was a recreation of an actual courtroom in London's Central Criminal Courts, the Old Bailey. And there's a director cameo where Billy Wilder is seen in this film as a courtroom spectator. Please let me know if you spot him. And Alfred Hitchcock said, many times people have told me how much they enjoyed Witness for the Prosecution in 1957. They thought it was my film instead of Billy Wilder's. And Wilder told me people asked him about the Paradigm case in 1947, thinking he had done it. And at previews, audience members received and were asked to sign cards that read, "I solemnly swear I will not reveal the ending of Witness for the Prosecution." And according to Variety, the producers stationed guards at the doors to the sound stages. It was also said that at a command performance in London, Arthur Hornblow Jr. had managed to get the royal family to sign pledges that they would not divulge the film's surprise ending to their subjects. And when the film was released, Agatha Christie said it was the only movie she liked based on one of her stories. Later, after Murder on the Orient Express in 1974 was filmed, she said she liked that one too.
The cast: Tyrone Power, in love with a woman who holds his life in her beautiful hands. Charles Laughton, in the most scintillating role of his brilliant career. Marlene Dietrich, the woman of mystery, a fascinating question mark.
Mrs. Vole, do you love your husband?
Leonard thinks I do.
Well, do you?
Am I already under oath?
We are dealing with a capital crime. The prosecution will try to hang your husband. How did you get hold of these?
What difference does it make so long she gets what's coming to her?
What have you got against her?
Ha! I'll give you something to dream about, mister. Want to kiss me, Becky?
Witness for the prosecution.
The question is, Frau Helm, were you lying then? Are you lying now? Or are you not, in fact, a chronic and habitual liar?
Damn you! Damn you!
Leave her alone!
Damn you!
Members of the jury, are you all agreed upon your verdict?
Guilty or not guilty? The answer to that question is the end of most mystery stories. But in Witness for the Prosecution, it is only the beginning of a series of climaxes that I defy you to guess. You'll talk about this picture all right, but you'll never tell the ending to your friends because you won't want to spoil their excitement and their fun.
But loud, and in the world that I knew, I didn't know about you. Chasing after after the ring on the merry-go-round, just taking my fun where it could be found. And yet what else could I do? I didn't know about you. Darling, now I know I had the loneliest yesterday. Every day in your arms, I know for once in my life I'm living, had a good time. Every time I went out, romance was a thing I kidded about. How could I know about love? I didn't know about you.
Gonna get in the movies and wear all them nice clothes. All them nice clothes like they wear. And I'll sit in them big hotels and they'll take pictures of me. When they have them openings, I'll go and talk on the radio and it won't cost me nothing because I'm in the picture. All them nice clothes like they wear. Because this guy says I'm a natural.
If you like that one, we've got a lot more. Hotter than your morning coffee.
Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you come back to see the next one. I'll be here waiting for you. If you enjoyed this, please kindly give me a like, share with others, comment below, subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget you need to click on that notification bell so that you can be notified of every time I upload a new one. So thank you so very much for stopping by again and sharing this moment with me. And this time that always passes by so quickly. I can't wait to do the next one for you. So until we meet again, please be safe and be blessed.